Alright, and so here we are with a commentary for Tomb Raider 2013. This review is significant because for a while I was actually on a bit of a hiatus, and I wasn't sure if I was going to return to making YouTube videos. There have been some events that took place in real life that kind of got me down, and so also, I don't know why there was a bit of a graphical mess up there, but whatever. Hope that's not in the actual video, but so I wasn't sure if I was actually going to make any more videos. I thought I was going to quit. But when this review came out, I had a few months prior been given a graphics card by a fan. And I guess I should back up and explain that. Okay, so I hadn't been making reviews. Oh man, this definitely is one of those first one back. The lighting's bad. The posters are literally just tacked up on the wall. But we'll get to that in a minute. So it seemed like I wasn't going to make any videos. That's all. That was mainly because I had my graphics card, an Asus 7770, break. It just cooked itself. So I didn't have a graphics card. I had an emergency graphics card. I just wasn't really feeling making videos anymore. Then a fan, Wizard of Odd, who you'll see who you'll see credited in all the modern videos now, shipped me a graphics card just out of the blue. It was like, hey man, I know your graphics card is broken. Would you like this one? And he shipped me a GTX 460. Now, that, of course, is obsolete today, and I think it was even obsolete back then. But, well, it was vastly superior to the emergency one that I had. So, I was like, okay, I'll take it. And so, that's what got me started making videos, again, for at least a little while. Because after this video would be done, I'd do, I think 6 or 7 videos, and then I'd stop again. But we'll cover that in the next commentary. So yeah, I got back into making videos again, or making reviews, because it had been about, I don't know, 6 months since the last review. The GTX 460 worked quite well, actually. And I decided Tomb Raider 2013 literally on a lark. As you'll find with so many of these videos that are major, it was just literally, I picked the game because why not? Which is really funny. You'd think that something like this would actually be important. But nope, I picked the game out of the blue. So what we have here is footage from the original Tomb Raider on the PSX. This initial segment would be carried on into future videos where I would cover the history of a game. Now, that was also something I did back in the day as well. Most notably like with Doom 3 and a few other videos where I would cover the preceding games in a series. I never was a big Tomb Raider fan back in the day, mainly because I did not own a PSX. So I never played Tomb Raider 1. I've not, actually, even to this day, I haven't played that game, I don't think. I might have and just forgot about it. So yeah, I never really played any Tomb Raider games. The Tomb Raider game prior to 2013 that I played the most was Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, but I never finished it. And by the Grate Yzmir, is that a lot of bloody games in that series? I mean, who said there weren't women in games, right? But yeah, Tomb Raider 2013. Why did I play that game in general? Literally because it was on sale and it looked kind of cool. So I thought, why not? Let's see. Those posters have long since been taken down. And they haven't been thrown out or anything. I just long since took them down and put them up. And of course replaced them with the Doom and Skyrim poster. Although the Godzilla 2014 poster would be replaced in general, because I would actually pick up a much better Godzilla poster. An Italian Godzilla King of the Monsters poster that looks really, really cool. Alright, so we got the gameplay footage. Now, the gameplay footage looks pretty good. I don't think I was getting 60 frames per second, though, but back in that time, I didn't really pay that much attention to it. I'm a lot more paranoid about my frame rate these days than I used to be, which is kind of amusing, really. But the frame rate in this still looks good. The graphics for Tomb Raider 2013, I think, still look pretty damn good all around. And the whole game, I thought, was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the game. And the thing is, so you can talk about how it's like, what is that game called on the PS3? It's also on the PS4. Uncharted. They're basically female Uncharted. And I guess that could be the case, but I've never played any of the Uncharted games. Never played them at all. This, of course, is the Game of the Year edition of Tomb Raider, so you can see that... Oh, I love how the weapons just pop in on her back. I didn't notice that the first time, but you notice she's got, the bomber jacket. That, of course, was DLC. That's why I hate modern gaming in many respects. Oh, that's where I got the controller wrong, and I just smacked the box. You shall die, Bucks! And, of course, this is where there's definitely some gameplay story segregation there, where... Well, actually, no, some acceptable breaks from reality. Also, that's where I'm still trying to remember the controls. Because I'm actually using a controller in this, but this, is, of course, is the PC version. I actually will use a controller on some third-person games. Not all. But you gotta love... Okay, this guy's like 8 feet tall. And, ooh, we got execution! Oh! Yes, because she's psychotic for defending herself. How dare she do that? She should, like, just start slitting her own throat. But anyway, it's like... that guy's like 8 feet tall, and somehow those steel plates can stop a 7.62 by 3.9. I'm not sure how that would work. Oh, also, the camera is not quite as level as I would like in that particular in the video footage. Also, the lighting's bad. But we'll talk about that when we come back to a video segment. But yeah, using a controller. I don't use controllers for every third-person game, but I will use it for some. And all I'm using is a Logitech controller in this video. I still have that Logitech controller. For the longest time, I used a different Logitech controller. It was just a generic controller. It didn't actually have, 360 mappings or anything like that. I actually used that really, really old controller that I mentioned to play Dark Souls, actually. What's funny about that, and that was actually the controller that I would use for the Dark Souls review. What's funny about that is the actual lock-on button was the start button. So So for the first, 40 hours of Dark Souls, I did that. I'd always have to hit the start button. But I've long since, gotten used to using the, I think it's the right thumbstick. I can't remember exactly. Also, you gotta love the little shambling move she does. I think there's gonna be a clip of Futurama that I use, because it is pretty hilarious. Just how they had that work. Oh yeah, there it is, Futurama. I was a big fan of Futurama at one time, but not as much anymore. I feel like the show just kind of went on over long. Oh, there's the Type 100 submachine gun, of which I think they made only 40,000... the Japanese, I should say, only made 40,000 of the bloody things. And where are they getting the 8mm Nambu ammo, I do not know, but, well, you gotta have some kind of gun, and, well, I don't mind being able to turn it into a AK-47. What's funny, though, is there are people who will complain about, oh, it's not realistic. Well, then, if you want Realism Simulator 2017, then play Arma, or play Project Reality. Although, I have not played Project Reality yet, but as of this recording, I just downloaded it. I'm going to give it a try. For those who don't know what Project Reality is, it is a Battlefield 2 mod that is standalone. How that makes sense, I'm not really sure, but it is a standalone mod that looks to be pretty good. One thing that's kind of funny, though, is I remarked on its remarkable file size of 7 gigabytes. I was like, 7 gigabytes?! And I was actually talking to Roadkill at the time, who was like, oh, come on, 7 gigabytes nothing now. And it really isn't. I think Tomb Raider here is something like over 10. But then, of course, you got GTA 5, and that's 70 gigabytes. You got Doom, that's 50 gigabytes. It's really funny when you think about it, though. Oh, yeah, real stealthy there, Lara. You just run into the guy's shoulder. Run into the guy and it doesn't even react. But what's funny is what's funny about this particular review is I was still trying to get back into gaming because I was kind of out of gaming for a little while. But that'll happen at times. You get in and out of gaming. I still think Tomb Raider 2013 was a fun game. I thought it was pretty good. It was an enjoyable game. Yeah, I guess if you grew up with Tomb Raider, it was probably simplified in some respects, but still it was fun to me at least. And I like the little upgrades you can do. I like collecting the little things. I find that fun. It's satisfying. I'm one of those people. I'm a mainstream gamer, I guess, in that instance, where I like the upgrade stuff. I mean, of course, they didn't have that. But actually, no. Some games back then they had. Oh, there's MST3K. That's the KTMA intro. I always liked that one, just because it was more visually. What's the word I'm looking for? Visually complex. It had the little. Griblets attacking, which I thought was fun. MST3K's, as of this recording, MST3K's back. I've not seen it yet, but it's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. Which I find, oh yeah, back to why this footage looks like such crap. I did not have the lighting set up anymore, and so literally there's a piece of paper taped to the ceiling lamp, or the ceiling fan lamp, and that's what the lighting was. So yeah, it looks like utter crap. But it could be worse. I look like early cinema snob. What's also interesting is there's a video that preceded this one. It was the SKS review that I have not done a commentary yet for, and I did not have anything in the background. In fact, I think I had shown Roadkill at this time some footage from this review And he basically suggested I put something up in the background, and I was like, well, what can I put up back there? And it's like, oh, the posters that I had taken down and just put in a box, and I put them back up. And, you know, it does give you a little better, it gives you a much better background than just the wall. It's just kind of funny that I didn't even think about putting posters. Now, that's what the background is. It's just two posters. It's not as good as the old background with all kinds of little knickknacks and doodads and things like that. But, well, adapted, overcome. And we adapted, and we overcame just having a boring background. And honestly, I don't think anybody really cares about the background all that much anyway. I mean, of course, there's going to be some that'll notice, but most of the time, no one really cares. I mean, just look at the Nostalgia Critic. He had his white wall, and apparently people complained when he changed the wall. It's like, really, you watch the fucking video for a wall? It's like, I don't know. I mean, people are strange when you're a stranger. Something, 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 something. I can't remember the rest of the lyrics of the song. And yeah, I know this game has the detective vision from Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and Arkham Knight and all the rest. You know, what's funny is I need to do a commentary on the Arkham Asylum review. I don't know if I have a copy of that anymore. Because I think I had it on Blip and then I just let it die on Blip. But the Arkham Asylum review where I hated on Arkham Asylum, man, I don't know why I did. It's just one of those, it was a hate period game, so of course I idiotically hate it. Also, I love how I'm rocking the fancy shirt. Really though, that gameplay, that video footage doesn't look as bad as it could. It doesn't look as good as it did, but it would thankfully improve and would be good again. We'd make it great again, as certain individuals would say. Also, that camera is really low res. Just saying, you might want to clean that. Also, you might want to clean that lens, you know, because that's really messy. But let's see, where was I? People are strange when you're a stranger. Yeah, wearing that shirt just was kind of silly. But then again, I was trying to bring back an even older thing where I'd wear a fancy shirt. Now I just wear, you know, basic t-shirts that have little logos and things on there. My logo shirts. Let's see, anything else to really say about this review? Really, you know, this is another first review in some respects. You know, it's just getting back into reviewing after, you know, months-long hiatus is not an easy prospect. You got to remember what you did and how you did it. And making a review is not easy. Making a review has never been an easy prospect. I mean, there's so many things that goes into just making one video, and each one of those things has to be good, otherwise the whole thing can suffer. I got very lucky that this review turned out as good as it did, just because it had been so long since I made a full-length review. And you gotta love, like, yeah, just go along with the evil pirates that want to kill everyone. Why not? I mean, surely they won't try to, you know, sacrifice you to a demon god. The camera, of course, I think was on an older tripod at this time as well. I wouldn't get a new tripod until last year. And so the tripod was a little... Oh, this is the M-Man cameo. He hasn't been able to cameo in a number of videos lately just because his own personal life has kept him busy. Yeah, this is where I'm talking about current politics. Usually I kept current politics out of videos, other than just talking about the Second Amendment. But, man, at this point, and still today... current politics has gone completely insane. Like, just about anybody would agree that some of this stuff that people are saying is utterly ridiculous, you know? I mean, saying that was a controversy for Lara Croft here. It's like, oh, some male gamers wanted to protect Lara from being hurt. Like, this is bad because? I don't really understand why this is necessarily a bad thing. I mean, that's not you know... That's not really sexist if you want to keep somebody from not dying. I mean, I think all of us can pretty much agree not dying is a good thing. But that's just... People today, in terms of politics, look for anything they can complain about. But here's something kind of funny, though. This segment here, I died so many times at when I started playing because I just couldn't get that bloody button prompt down right for some reason. And it's not even a hard button prompt to get. It was just something that did not work. Or something that I couldn't work with. I don't think the political satire here goes on over long. It's just, when you read some of the stuff they talk about, it's utterly insane. It literally is insane. I didn't mention this in the Doom review, but there's actually some people saying that it's psychotic to want to play Doom 2016 because you're killing demons and crushing skulls and stuff like that. It's like, really? It's a fucking video game. It's ones and goddamn zeros. Get a fucking life. Like, legitimately, get a goddamn life. That's one of the other reasons why I will always just harp on the fact that, you know, people saying that there aren't females in video games, of which there are. There's a lot more than I thought. Ever since that was pointed out that, oh, there's no women in games, I was like, okay, there's a woman in that game, there's a woman in that game. As of this recording, I'm still working on Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil. This is going to come out long after the Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil review is going to come out. And, like, there's a female character in a leadership role, and that's a game from, I think, 2005. So, yeah. There's been women in games for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. So, that's just insane to say that there aren't. It's not like there's... It's just... I don't know. That's politics in the modern era for you. It's like, used to be some of the politics were annoying, now they're just utterly insane. So that was the first of the first reviews back from a long hiatus. I think it turned out good. I think the background still looks kind of crap. Nothing is straight in the background, and that really annoys me. Not like to OCD levels, but it's still annoying. The gameplay footage still looks pretty good. And overall, the review was a good return to form. And so, I am GeneralLotz, wishing you good Tomb Raider, and good GeneralLotz, or whatever makes you happy.